College admissions are changing fast, and families have a lot of questions, from test optional policies to whether scores still matter today like they've mattered in the past. So we're joined by David Blobaum from the National Test Prep Association. We're going to break it all down with you, David. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So let's start with what we just mentioned in terms of, are test scores still as significant for everyone to submit? How does that work? Who benefits? Who doesn't?
Yes, so while the vast majority of colleges remain test optional, it's really important for students and parents to understand that optional doesn't mean equal. So yes, you can apply without a test score. That doesn't mean you have an equal chance of actually getting admitted without a test score. And not only can test scores help you get into a college, they can also help you afford it through more merit aid and scholarships. So students who submit good test scores, even to test optional colleges, have an enormous advantage, not only getting in, but getting more merit aid and scholarships. So families need to look at the score ranges of those enrolled students at that school. If your score is at or above the 25th percentile, definitely submit that score. It's going to help you get in, likely help you afford it too.
Makes sense. Okay, what about being ready as much as you can in terms of the PSAT? What can you how can you use that to your benefit?
Exactly. So most students take the PSAT in their junior year.
PSAT, see, you can tell it's been a while since I've taken it.
PSAT is great, just another alternative way of saying it. It's perfect. So they can take those scores and understand their benchmark and then how much work they likely need to do to get to their score goal. But before just jumping into SAT prep, they should also take the ACT, see which test they do better on, and then prep for that test. So students and their families can head to nationaltestprep.org to find a vetted professional who will give them those mock SAT, mock ACT results, also help walk them through the process, help them get to that score goal.
All of this is so challenging because of things changing all the time. AI influences, our world is changing, and college admissions obviously is as well. And you highlighted off air here in Florida, it's important too. So let's talk a little bit about the Bright Future Scholarship.
Yes, so Florida has amazing opportunities for students who get good SAT and ACT scores. So students who hit an 1190 on the SAT or a 24 on the ACT, they get 75% off in-state public tuition to colleges. And if they hit a 1330 on the SAT or a 29 on the ACT, 100% free in-state tuition. And the 29 and 1330 can be a little hard to hit, but every student I've ever worked with has been able to hit that 24 on the ACT or above. So really, every student should be able to get in-state tuition 75% off. And there is actually now provisions from the One Beautiful Bill Act that says that families can use up to $20,000 from their 529 plans towards tutoring and test prep, actually. So instead of just paying for college, they can actually put often lesser money into tutoring, get more off of college, and get a better ROI on their 529 plans.
Wow. Okay, you've got me motivated. I'm going to get my 6-year-old and get her, start doing some SAT test prep with her. David, you've given us so much great information today, and you've taken something that's very confusing and given us a place to start. And what other resources can you tell us about that would be helpful?
Yes. So one thing I would hope that families would understand is that AI and also grade inflation are really changing the college landscape. So for instance, with AI, Duke is no longer assessing the quality of the writing in college application essays because they know it's written by AI. Grade inflation has made it so that college admissions officers are no longer as trusting of GPA. Emory says literally they're not as trusting of GPA these days.
Interesting.
Because 84% of kids have A averages. So as far as resources, you need to get those standardized test scores to validate your grades so that college admissions officers know that you can actually do the work.
Fantastic.
And again, I'm from the National Test Prep Association. You can head there for help.
Love it. And we're sharing that information with our viewers right now. So we so appreciate talking with you, David. Good stuff. Take care.
Thanks, you too.